Good evening. As you're preparing for these teams, these first games, you watch film on your own, and then when you're watching, whatever the coach prepares, you're wondering, is the coach, the assistant coach, making his team look better than they are, or are they really good? And I thought the latter. I thought Central Connecticut State was a good team. I think Pat Sellers has done a heck of a job in a consecutive year, and it's in this era of college basketball, the fact that they have that team, a credit to Pat Sellers, their athletic director, their staff. Those guys are old, they're good, and they've stayed together. So first, want to start by giving a ton of respect to Central Connecticut State. They play well, they're going to have a really good season. For us, it was a tough game. It was a battle. It was an ugly game, a sloppy game. But ultimately the mission is to find a way to win. Our guys did find a way to win with some key stops, some key rebounds, some big-time shots by this guy to my left, your right, and happy we got the victory, but we have a lot of work to do. Questions for Benz?
Bensley, the confidence to take those 2 threes back-to-back when you guys really need them? I mean, it's pretty clear that your experience showed out there in that situation.
Yeah, just, it's what we do every day in practice. We work on those kick-out threes, and, my teammates instilled the confidence in me to just get it again and shoot it. And just learning. This game was a learning process, I feel like, for, not only me but the whole team, and just figuring out how we could get better and learn from this moving forward.
How much did Central Connecticut do a good job maybe following the lanes a little bit, especially in the first half, and then maybe did that lead to the high turnover number?
I thought they did a good job, but at the same time, I thought us as a team just have to be better at taking care of the ball and just making the simple plays. We kind of were getting sped up and making lackadaisical, plays that we usually don't do or practice. So just going to go back and watch film on this as a team, learn from it, and be better for Saturday versus Stonehill.
Kevin mentioned your 2 threes. One of them, was a kick out from crease. How much is that just awareness on your end when you see the whole team coming to him that, if you kick it over to him, you're going to be open?
It was a great play. I was blessed, Crease found me in the corner. I was shouting his name, and, he was able to give me a great pass. But, again, all that credit to my teammates, my coaching staff for believing in me. And, we're going to learn from this and be better on Saturday.
Bensley, you said this was a learning process. Can you explain that a little bit more? Just how did you feel that you got to maybe know your teammates as the game was going on?
I felt like I got to know them really well. Still a long way to go. It's just the first game of the season. But just, coming together in the tough moments and adversity and being able to lock in. Me, myself, I had 4 fouls the whole game. But, my coaches, my teammates just instilling me to play smart and, play together. And that's what we were able to do. And, we came out with a victory.
You had 16 of your 21 in the second half. What were you thinking at halftime and as you got going in the second half?
Just trying to help my team win as best as possible. My teammates instilling confidence, my coach instilling confidence, just keep going, keep playing smart. And I just try to be a little more aggressive out there and, credit to my teammates.
What was the difference in that defense down the stretch? I think they only shot 27% in the second half.
Just the focus of, coming together and getting stops on the defensive end. We had a couple of breakdowns, but we were able to fight, with our toughness and just, battling on the defensive end. And, we came up with those stops that we needed.
Any more questions, Ben?
Thank you.
Maybe when did you know that all these guys were going to play, and has maybe the lack of practice with everybody maybe slowed things down?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Jaden was in a great rhythm before he went down. Rich was on a minute restriction today. This is, I think, the 4th time he's played basketball since the Big East tournament. Jabri, outside of all the emotion, he's been out for 3 or 4 weeks, so we really haven't got to play much 5-on-5. So today I think it was that. I think it was a lot of nerves, a lot of unfamiliar situations because of our lack of an ability to practice. So some of those growing pains, I think you expect as mind-numbing or head scratching, head pounding against the wall. They might be, talking to those guys after the game, it's just we got to get back. We got to get them their time back in the gym, get the speed back to where they're comfortable being out there making those plays. But again, I give credit to Central Connecticut State. They are a good basketball team.
Bensley's maybe the exception to everything you just talked about.
Yeah, he is. And Bensley, and he's been in. He's missed maybe one day. Every day, he performs at a really, 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 really high level. He practices every day at an elite level. He has great humility, zero arrogance, and you fall to the level of your preparation. He fell. Tonight he didn't have to fall far. He prepares at a high level. We got to get that more so across the board. We don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your preparation. So great example for all of our guys on the team to see, him play well in the game. It's not a surprise. He performs well every day.
Kim, what you said about the maybe disjointed preseason in terms of having not everybody healthy, do you think you learned a lot about the will and want of this group tonight in terms of maybe pulling this out?
I did. I was impressed with the group. Jaden played quite a few more minutes than he was supposed to, but he said he felt good. Honestly, some of the guys I didn't play tonight, quite frankly, might have played better. They've gotten more reps in practice. Ryan Miller, just a couple practices, but Eli and Anton Bonk, those guys have been getting all the reps. We went with our older guys. We were excited to get our guys back. I think it's a lot to be learned out there from tonight.
I have one. Is that a rule change where they went back on the goaltend? So there was a goaltend.
Yeah, it's the Rick Barnes rule. It was in last year. If there's a goaltend, you go back and look at it at the next media timeout. And at the next media timeout, if it happens in the last 4 minutes of the game, they look at it right away. So this is the second year. It's the Rick Barnes rule.
Kim, do you think you're going to have the opportunity to get the practices you want moving forward now that?
Yeah, we hope so. I'll get my report tonight. Tomorrow morning, guys will get in. Tomorrow's off. Guys going to go vote. We'll get to. If everyone played tonight, Bryce is getting in more live stuff. So our last few practices looked more like practices, but it was. And they were sloppy, but again, it was because we haven't practicing with 6 guys a lot, So it was a disjointed. I think when I used it was a good word for the preseason. But again, you find a way to win, and our young men did. Thank you all.